Sanje Jodan Sojin Chanamla, Jajun Bardon, Dane Jazumja, Dagi Jinzo, Ibe, Sonamja, Rola Benja, Sanje and Rubarasho, Sanje Jodan, Sojin Jonamla, Jajun Bardon, Dane Jazumja, Dagi Jinzo, Ibe, Son. Penja Sanje and Rubarasho, Sanje Jodan, Sojin Jonamla, Jajun Bardon, Dane Jazumja, Dagi Jinzo, Ibe, Sonamja, Rola, Penja Sanje and Rubarasho, Simjan Tamja, Devatan, Devan Judan, the Brajuja, Dungan Dan Dungan Jin, Judan, Tower Juja, Dungan Mebe, Deva Tambada, Mendawa Juj. Nidan Dravian Daniel Chimbola, Nebrajuji. Now, today, for the subject, I first thought of the letter to a friend, and as I said, it's quite long. Still, I think there are 30 or 40 stanzas or verses to go. So instead, I thought that I would just touch on a topic that the Buddha himself started in the very first place. Yeah, the very simple, practical, yet a teaching with all the depth of Dharma. Of course, all of the teachings are equally deep, equally meaningful, but one that always rings a bell in our mind is, I think, the four great seals of Dharma. Yeah? It's something that it's a subject, or it's a topic that we could over and over, let's say, remind ourselves and to analyze and to see if it's true. Yeah, because I think the four seals of Dharma, it's in many ways, many great teachers, many great bodhisattvas have also commented and described it as being the identity of Dharma, or an identity of a practitioner. Probably I mentioned this a few weeks ago when you were all here, when I was giving the Bodhisattva vow. I talked about it for a while. Those being the all compounded things being impermanent, all afflictive emotions and karmas, bringing difficulty, confusion, and pain, and every phenomena that the mind can experience, all being completely selfless, completely empty or free of self. Let's say free of a tangible or a solid self or ego. And then the nirvana being the absolute peace, peace for oneself as well as peace for others. Peace meaning in a way that if one is free of afflictive emotions and karma, then then there is no greater happiness, there is no greater joy. Yeah. So those four topics, I thought I would just say a few words on that. And well, of course, normally in our daily life we have many things to do. As a practitioner, we try our best to contribute in whichever way we can as a bodhisattva. From that attitude, we try our very best, yes. But sometimes there might be a bit of falling off the track, one could say, yeah. Being a little bit confused from time to time, not knowing exactly where we stand, and whether our actions are right or whether our actions are really beneficial for both, for oneself and others. Yes. So in these times, sometimes more than the elaborate or let's say greatly described teachings, the more simplified ones sometimes help. So accordingly, yes? And so in this case, I think the four great seals are a very special teaching that tells us exactly what we need to know in a nutshell, basically. So, so then now how do we start? Yes. So, we can talk about, from the very beginning, the all compounded things being impermanent. This is a subject that is greatly described in the Abhidharma, actually, about the 5 skandhas, yes. So the 5 skandhas are, let's say, compounded phenomena, let's say, which brings this experience of what we call either life or what we call samsara, whichever we call it, this existence of life. Yeah. So all of these experiences are all formed out and experienced out of these compounded things, these compounded phenomena. Yeah. So just form, feeling, perception, concept, all of these. And it starts, I think, very, very innocently mainly from, I think, yes, it does start from, of course, everything from this strong belief of a self. Yeah. From there, then it starts. From there, one somehow creates by one's own mind sort of an object where we can call me or I or whatever, yes?